Okay, so we're opening the show here with Drake and Damage backstage. And Drake says, "Damage, yo, great show at pay-per-view from the CWO. We were representing, yo. We did what needed to be done. We took out the trash man." And Drake says, "Respect to you and Havoc and A-Bomb and Nightmare, we did it." You know, Jacob Drake, he's a genuine guy and he's respecting his team. And Damage says, "Damn right did we do it, Drake. Did anyone really think we couldn't beat the Crusade?" He says, "The CWO will always be the most dominant faction in history, and that will never change." And Damage says, "I'm looking forward to seeing Karn's final moments tonight." And Jacob Drake says, "Haha, fuck Dr. Karn, man. You know, maybe Drake's got the right attitude. Maybe he has." And Drake says, "You know, the Crusade's in a bad way. Tsunami and Titus are injured. Dr. Karn is fired. Kamikaze's probably going to lose the internet title tonight. And as for Luke Loins," you know, what's he got to say about Luke Loins? He says, "Well, a little birdie told me that Havoc's going to have words with him later tonight. You know, Havoc, he's going to sort out Luke Loins. Don't you worry about that."
Everyone around me, no one seems to care. I'm just so far gone and nothing's gonna change. I'll never be the same. It's always do this, do that, everything they want to. I don't wanna live that way. Every chance they get, they're always pushing me away. It's never enough, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Xwf Shockwave. We are hot on the heels of our biggest pay-per-view ever, Battle Lines, and by God, what a great show it really was. We've had great feedback. Everyone enjoyed the show. But moving on to tonight, let's see what we got lined up. The fall-through of the #1 contendership match from Battle Lines. Hork won it, so that puts him against Johnny Kamikaze tonight for the Internet Championship. Can Hork win his first ever singles title, or will Johnny Kamikaze defend his championship? And then a main event tonight is, what the hell? What the hell is that? Big D versus Nightmare for the championship. Hardcore rules. The belt will swap hands if anyone interferes for Nightmare. What the hell? Who the hell made this match? What the hell is going on? I do not see the point. Where did this match come from? I don't see the point of this match. Wait, I'm getting something in my earpiece here. We're going backstage now. Nightmare is actually approaching the owner's office. There we go. He's come inside. And Nightmare says, "Owner, what the hell? What the hell am I booked against Big D for tonight? You know, everyone's in the same mind frame here. What the hell is that match?" And Nightmare says, "It's no holds barred, and the title changes hands if anyone interferes." And the owner says, chill, Nightmare. "It's nothing to do with me. The other owner booked it." What's the other owner's problem, man? Why would he book that? And the owner says, "As ridiculous as it is, I have no power to change that match." And Nightmare says, "For fuck's sake, man, what the hell?" He's aggressive. He's pissed off. I would be if I was him. And the owner says, "Look, at the match tonight aside, alright? I just want to say well done to you." And the owner says, "At Battle Lines, we did what we aimed to do, and that was defeat the Crusade." And he says, "We are still the most dominant faction in wrestling today, and also, Dr. Karn is done from the XWF." And the owner says, "Nightmare, you are still the world champion. Now go and get ready for Big D tonight if you're going to keep that belt. You know, this is unfair. The other owner can't just do shit like this." And the owner says, "Nightmare, give me a break, because I need to go down to the ring." You know, the owner's powerless, and Nightmare says, alright, fine. Fine, you go down to the ring. You know, he's pissed off. I would be pissed off if I was Nightmare, just having a random match like that dropped on me with stupid stipulations for no reason. For God's sake, man. Anyway, the owner is now making his way down to the ring, you know, turn up in his limo. I mean, how the fuck did that limo pick him up from his office and get him out there that quick? You know, that's the owner's money talking. He pays them a lot. They drive like a freaking maniac, straight from the office, straight down the stage. Trust me, man. I've seen it before. Anyway, you know, the fans doing their usual booing the owner. Why would you boo the owner? I don't know how many times I have to say this. If the owner wasn't here, he wouldn't have a freaking show to watch. So shut your mouths. For God's sake, man. Wind me right up. You know, the owner, he's a businessman. He's a legend. He's an amazing. You know, he pays my paycheck. So what? I love him still. Even if he didn't pay my paycheck. If I was in the fans, if I was just in the fan stand watching the wrestling, I'd like the owner because I know he is the reason I'm there watching the greatest show on earth. But no, all the fans have to have Luke Loin signs and freaking Dr. Karn. You know, as far as I'm concerned, starting from next week, Dr. Karn signs can be removed before you're allowed on the premises. We're not having Dr. Karn signs anymore. You know, I might even email the owner after the show and give him that idea and say, no, don't let Dr. Karn signs in anymore. I think that would be a great idea. Plus, it's courtesy of me, so of course it's an idea. Either way, the owner's getting a mic. Let's see what he's got to say. And the owner says, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our Battle Lines pay-per-view. Owner, they did. Everyone enjoyed it. A great show. And the owner says, now, as you know, there was a main event with a firing stipulation. There was. A Nightmare won it. And the owner says, now, unfortunately for Dr. Karn, he did lose the match. And that's true. He did lose the match. And the owner says, but as promised to all the fans, I'd like to offer him one last chance to come down to the XWF ring and speak to the fans. So, Dr. Karn, I know you're out the back tonight. This is your final appearance here in the XWF. You know, the owner's giving him a chance. He didn't have to do this. He could have just fired him. But the owner's a nice man. And the owner says, oh, and just before he comes out, because he's no longer a member of this roster. Wait, what's the owner talking about? What's he saying? What's he getting at? He says, don't play his music. Don't set off his pyro. You know, don't even give him a name tag. Oh, that is degrading. Degrading. I love it. So here comes Dr. Karn with no music, with no fireworks, with no name tag. You know, that's what you get, Dr. Karn, because you're not part of the roster anymore. So why should you be allowed that stuff? Why should you be allowed music and fireworks like the world champion Nightmare? When he comes down tonight against Big D, he's going to have a firework display. He's going to have his music playing on speakers all across the arena. And what does Dr. Karn get? Nothing. 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 That's what you get, Dr. Karn, if you're not in the XWF. But, you know, he signed the paper, he signed the match, and he lost, because Nightmare's the better wrestler. I always said it. And you know what? Nightmare kicked out of neck surgery. So, you can use bad moves all you want, Dr. Karn, but Nightmare's the better wrestler. Anyway, the owner says, well, Dr. Karn, as promised, you may speak to the crowd for the last time. You know, the owner's a generous man. He doesn't like Dr. Karn, but he's letting him do this. You know, it's because he's got a little soul in his body of kindness. And Dr. Karn says, well, aren't you the generous one? You know, Dr. Karn, he's disrespectful. He's giving you this chance, and you're just being cocky. And Dr. Karn says, well, first off, I just want to say to all my XWF fans, and all my fans from other wrestling federations that I've been in, that have been there with me from the very start of my career, I appreciate everything every single one of you has done for me. And he says it's been a good ride, but sadly, it's over. Yeah, it is over, Dr. Karn, and it hasn't been a good ride. It's been appalling. And Dr. Karn says, but it's only over for now. Because trust me, you haven't seen the last of the doctor. You know, he's getting a little bit emotional. And the owner says, I think the contract that you sign actually says differently, and they have seen the last of the doctor. And Dr. Karn says, I swear down to the XWF fans that somehow I will return one day. You know, swearing down to the fans. Oh, yeah, he's being all patriotic and shit. It's not going to work, Doctor. You're fired. And Dr. Karn says, mark my words. You know, mark my words. He thinks he's from an action film or something. It's over. This is real life, Doctor. What the hell? He just double-sledged the owner. Oh, my God, he's beating his chest. I need to get in the ring and help the owner. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, a stethoscope kick to the throat of the owner. The owner is on the floor, writhing in pain. Look at him. He's winded. He's in agony. Dr. Khan, that is disgraceful. He gave you a chance to speak to the fans, and this is how you pay him, and Dr. Khan's running away. Drake and Havoc running down to check the owner's alright. Drake and Havoc, saviors, real men, calling Dr. Khan back to the ring, but Khan's running through the crowd, and the fans are cheering. Disgusting. The owner's up, he's winded, but he's gonna be okay, because Drake and Havoc are escorting him now up the ramp and taking him backstage to his office. Owner, go and get yourself a drink, man. Go and get yourself a whiskey. You deserve it. That is disgusting behavior from Dr. Khan, my God. Right, we're moving on. Backstage now with Yashi Auditori speaking to the Hardcore Hate crew. And Yashi Auditori says, I am here with the Tag Division Champions, the Hardcore Hate crew. And Yashi says, how do you guys feel about your recent title defense at Battle Lines, and what's next for you as a team? And he gives the mic to Penance. And Penance says, we put on a great match with Pegasus at Battle Lines. It was a hardcore tag match. Great. Hardcore Hate crew defended their titles. Great match. And Penance says, Pegasus definitely earned our respect, but at the end of the day, we defeated them. And Penance says, as you know, last month we set up a tournament, and it went well. But this time, we plan on actually getting in the ring and defending our titles a lot more, rather than just watching other teams fight for a shot at us. And Penance says, so that's what we're going to do tonight. In fact, we're going to do it now. I don't know, this match hasn't been booked pre-show, so the Hardcore Hate crew has obviously sorted out a match with someone, and I don't know who it is. I don't know who they're against, but we're going to find out. They're making their way down to the ring now in standard Hardcore Hate crew fashion. Their music plays. The camera searches through the crowd. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, there we go. We got a shot on them. Here they come through the crowd. They love coming through the freaking crowd. Signature Hardcore Hate crew stuff, The match at Battle Lines against Pegasus, I'm definitely willing to say it was one of the best tag team matches we've seen in a long time in the XWF. Weapons, we saw tables, we saw chairs, we saw freaking steel stairs, sledgehammers, a bit of everything. And the Hardcore Hate crew did defeat Pegasus, but Pegasus put up a great match. But we're going to find out who the Hardcore Hate crew are actually against tonight, right now. Oh, it's the Bronx Bunny. It's the Bronx freaking Bunny. I'm loving it. As far as I'm hearing through my earpiece, this isn't a hardcore match. This is just a standard tag match for the tag division titles right now, tonight on Shockwave. Bronx Bunny challenging the Hardcore Hate crew. Now, I'm looking at the papers here, and supposedly the Hardcore Hate crew actually set up this match on their own. I don't know if you saw a couple of shows back, the owner said to them, guys, I haven't got time at the moment to work on the tag division, so if you guys want to, if you want to run it, if you want to make the matches, that's fine, you just go ahead. And the Hardcore Hate crew are really living up to that, because they make the tag division tournament, building up the last pay-per-view Battle Lines, and now they're just making matches for themselves against tag teams. Putting the belts on the line as well. Fair play to the Hardcore Hate crew, and I think this could be a great match. Bronx Bunny haven't actually had a proper shot at the Tag Division Championship since we started the XWF. So this is definitely a big opportunity for them. Now we're starting the match, getting on the rope. Malice goes for the kick. Skinner blocks the kick into a dragon screw move. Great reversal there, showing his MMA background there from Skinner. Skinner throws Malice off the ropes. Malice rolls under the arm, textbook style, grabbing Skinner in a waistlock. Skinner picks Malice up. Malice turns into a sit-down reverse DDT. Great agility there from Malice. Throwing Skinner into the turnbuckle now. Runs up in like a freaking ninja. I love it. Straight into a heel kick. Skinner did not see that coming. Great move from Malice. Very inventive with his attack. Throwing Skinner into the Hardcore Hate crew's corner, and he tags in Penance. Malice holding Skinner's jaw, and Penance just kicks Skinner in the ribs. Vicious tag team action. But they're the tag division champions, so you can't argue it must work. Nice drop kick there to the back of Skinner. Penance grabs Skinner and throws him into the corner. What's he got in line? Oh, but Skinner double foot kicks Penance away, and now Skinner using an arm drop there, arm bar from the standing position to the floor. Very MMA, again using moves that he's learned from his MMA background, picking Penance up. Skinner using the discipline, punches and elbows, a massive clothesline enough to bludgeon your skull, and a double DDT, vicious, locked up both arms and just dropped him square on the forehead. Penance. Skinner throwing Penance now into the Bronx Bunny's corner. Skinner tags in Bruiser. Bit of double team action here. Skinner throws Penance off the rope. Scissor sweep. Bruiser elbow to the back and the lower of the neck. Vicious. Bruiser's a big guy, not the sort of guy you want to get in a fist fight with. And a European uppercut there from Bruiser. Penance looking a bit stunned. And now Bruiser using an armbar. And look at the strength. He picks Penance up like he weighs nothing. Spin around power slam from a standing position. Leg hook, that's 1. That's 2. And a kick out on 2 there by Penance. Not quite enough to keep him down. The tag division champions, they're going to take a little bit more damage. Bruiser throws Penance off the ropes. And oh my god, he just throws Penance over his head like he weighs freaking nothing. Any higher, he would have gone through the roof of the arena. That's impressive. Throwing Penance into the corner. And Bruiser now just using these vicious shoulder barges to really knock the air out of Penance's lungs. And look at this, so unorthodox, just lifting him up by his legs and slamming him down. You're going to feel that on your spine for the cover. That's 1. 2. A kick out on 2. You know, Malice almost came in to help, but Penance did manage to get out of it. Penance using some chops to the stomach of Bruiser, barely effective, but buying him vital seconds. Headlock, into an arm twist, into another headlock, and Penance jumps up. Hurricane Runner, smashing Bruiser down. You know, Hurricane Runner on the big man, very impressive. Penance tagging in Malice, fresh new man. But Bruiser straight on the attack, a back scratch to the new legal man. But Malice turns around when he goes for it again, and this time follows it up with a combination of kick and chops into the corner, tags Penance straight back in. A tactical quick tag, and together they bounce Bruiser off the rope, combining strength, a double flapjack on the big man. Great move, great chemistry from these guys, showing why they're the tag division champions. Penance for the cover, that's 1. That's 2. That's a kick out there by Bruiser, it's not quite enough. You know, Bruiser and Skinner, they got a lot of pain threshold. It's going to take a lot of damage to take them down. Penance again, another Hurricane Runner, great move. You know, Bruiser's definitely losing way now. He was dominating earlier on, but the Hardcore Hate Crew is systematically taking him down. Spinning around head scissors there from Penance. Impressive move. The fans go crazy for that. It was certainly impressive. Bruiser trying to pull Penance in, but Penance putting his foot on the head of Bruiser and dropping down, a kick to the chin. Great move from Penance, a great reversal. Now Penance just going for these kicks. A kick combo and a drop kick. You know, not enough to knock Bruiser over, but definitely enough to stun him. Bruiser goes for a clothesline. Penance underneath, drops him down onto his back. Leg hook, that's 1. That's 2, and a kick out there from Bruiser. It's not quite enough. Penance definitely in control. I don't speak too soon because Bruiser uses an elbow to bludgeon his way out of the hole. Running Bulldog on Penance, dropping him face first. Penance trying to get up. Bruiser just drops a knee on the back of his head. A vicious, undisciplined move. But desperate times calls for desperate measures. A jawbreaker reversal there from Penance. Goes to grab Bruiser. Bruiser slips underneath him. And a back scratch. Vicious move from Bruiser. Irish whip now. Throwing Penance into the Bronx Bunny's corner. Skinner begging for a tag. And he gets the tag he wants. Bruiser using all his strength on an Irish whip on Skinner. Throwing him into Penance with a massive clothesline, almost decapitating him. Penance collapsed to the floor like a sack of frickin' potatoes. Skinner goes for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's a kick out there just before the 3 by Penance. You know, a good kick out. Skinner runs straight in with a neckbreaker drop. Bruiser's over there messing with Malice, stopping him from getting in the ring, and that was a nice elbow drop from Skinner there. Skinner just using a flurry of vicious punches. On a massive clothesline, taking the head off of Penance. Skinner picks him up. Look at that discus punch right in the jaw. Clearly enough to knock Penance off his feet. Skinner a snapmare. Bouncing off the ropes. And he drop kicks Penance right in the face. Vicious move. Skinner going for the cover. Could this be over? That's 1. That's 2. But Malice gets in and breaks the pin just before the 3. You know, Bruiser came in to try and stop Malice from getting involved, but Malice is the faster man. Another snapmare from Skinner, and another dropkick right in the forehead of Penance. Penance is certainly in a bad way. Skinner's picking him up to his feet. What's he got planned? Penance using an elbow to fight out. Where's he going? He runs in, slips under Skinner's attack. Using an arm bar here. Kick to the ribs. Penance. Desperation moves. Goes for an uppercut, but Skinner turns it in to a forearm smash and runs in with a vicious shoulder block. Grabbing Penance by the leg and just kicking the inside of it. Picking Penance up. What's he got in mind? Another clothesline. Penance needs a tag ASAP. He's in big trouble. Goes for a punch. But Penance blocks it, but it's not enough. Skinner is the strongest striker. You know, for sure, Skinner, like I say, he's got an MMA background. Don't try and out-fist him. Oh, and he ducks down, but Skinner kicks him in the head. Penance, he's trying his best to find an opening, but Skinner is all over him. Here goes Skinner, Irish whip on Penance off the ropes. Penance rolls under Skinner's attack, just using these vicious kicks to the lower leg and the back. Grabbing Skinner in a side headlock. He jumps up, desperation, hurricane run on Skinner, launching him across the ring. A great move. Be a perfect opportunity now for Penance to get a tag if he can. Look at this. Penance using these vicious slaps. Not enough to knock Skinner off his feet, but definitely buying him time. Oh, and a spin around heel kick. Desperation move from Penance. Exactly what he needed to tag Malice in. And Malice is a fresh man now. Malice picks Skinner up to his feet. What's he got planned? Oh, look at this. He spin around, hits scissor move. Great move. The fans going crazy. Malice is on the attack. Throws Skinner off the rope. What's he got lined up? A spinning heel kick there, right in the forehead of Skinner. Malice for the cover. That's one. That's two. And a kick out on two by Skinner. It's not enough. It's not enough to retain the tag division titles. Not yet. Skinner reverses Malice's attack and drops him down to the floor with this arm bar. Very MMA. Skinner picking Malice up to his feet. What has Skinner got lined up? Throws Malice into the Bronx Bunny's corner. Tagging in Bruiser. Bruiser the fresh man. Together they throw Malice off the ropes. And look at that. A double back body drop from the Bronx Bunny. Just breaking Malice in two. And Bruiser goes for the cover. That's one. That's two. That's three. Oh, and a kick out just before the 3. Milliseconds before the 3 by Malice. Bruiser picking Malice up to his feet. Oh, look at this. A massive hold-up spinebuster. Vicious move from Bruiser. Bruiser goes for the cover. Could this be over? That's one. That's two. And a kick out on two by Malice. It's not enough. He will not die. He will not lose the tag division titles. Not like that. Bruiser now dominating Malice with his hand-to-hand combat. Turns Malice around, bouncing him off the rope. Forearm smashes off the ropes. Vicious. Malice collapses to the mat. Bruiser picking Malice up. What's he got in mind? Look at this. DDT crushing the face of Malice. And Bruiser is turning. We could see a Bruiser Buster or a Sledgehammer. I'm not sure what he's got lined up. But he's picking Malice up to his feet. Malice is in trouble. Out of nowhere, a spinning heel kick from Malice. Foreseeing the attack. Recuperated his head while Bruiser was taunting. And used it to his advantage. A nice sit-down dropkick there. Seamlessly into a standing moonsault. Bruiser was turning, getting cocky, and Malice, last chance for survival, and he used it to his advantage. Spin around DDT there from Malice, and Malice making his way over to Penance, tags him in. Penance is still on the apron, running across the apron, onto the top rope. Bruiser's up. Penance, spin around arm drag off the top rope. Great move from Penance. Penance going for the cover, could this be over? That's one. That's two, and a kick out on two there. Nearly a 3. Skinner got in the ring to save his partner, but Bruiser kicked out. Oh, a nice breakdown signature move there from Penance. Penance is torting Bruiser up. Hate attack! He nailed it! He nailed the hate attack! Penance goes for the cover. Malice is running in to stop Skinner. That's one. That's two. That's three, and Malice stops Skinner from getting in with a series of strikes. The Hardcore Hate Crew beat the Bronx Bunny. The Bronx Bunny are angry at calling the tag team champions back to the ring. But unfortunately, Bronx Bunny, you were defeated, so you're just going to have to suck it up. That's just how it works in the tag division. I thought that was a great match, and we still got a couple more matches tonight to go. So, we're going backstage now with the Birds of Prey. Falcon says to Hork, "Hey Hork, bro, I just wanted to say congrats for winning that gauntlet at Battle Lines. Hork did well. He beat some big names. He beat Dave Crater, Steve Connor, Tobias Upson, Inferno, Triple D. That's a good accomplishment." And Falcon says, "I knew you could do it." And Hork says, "Thanks, Falcon. It means a lot, buddy." And Falcon says, "Look, man, listen. Go out there tonight and win that internet title." Falcon is supporting his tag team partner, Hork, on a singles match. And Hork says, "I plan on doing just that, Falcon, but please, remember, whatever happens, the Birds of Prey are always going to be a team." I agree. They will always be a team. These two aren't going to break up, even if the Hork does get a singles title. And Hork says, "If I do win that internet title tonight, you will be the first one to get a shot." This is two friends. And Falcon says, "Damn right. And it'll be the shortest title reign you'll ever have." Good little joke from Falcon. He's a joker. And Hork says, ha ha ha, touche. You know, great tag team. And they're great friends as well. I would look forward to seeing that match if it did happen. And Johnny Kamikaze and Junction. And Johnny Kamikaze says, Kid, I want to say to you, well done at Battle Lines. You did great, man. But, you know, maybe between us, we didn't beat all three of the CWO's team. But that was Luke Loin's call. He came down, and he won the match for us. That's true. And Johnny Kamikaze says, either way, kid, you went out there, you showed passion, you showed fire, and you didn't back down. And Junction says, you know, Kamikaze, I just did what needed to be done. And Johnny Kamikaze says, sure thing, I don't disrespect that. But tonight, I'm defending my Internet Championship against Hork. Bit of a topic change. I mean, what's he telling Junction about that for God's sake? Johnny Kamikaze says, as the current champ, whatever happens tonight, if I win or if I lose, I'm putting you forward as the next #1 contender. I can do that, and that's what I'm doing. What? Why? Why is Junction the #1 contender? And Johnny Kamikaze says, so next week, you'll be facing either me or Hork for the Internet Championship on Shockwave. And Junction says, thanks, man, that's decent. I respect that opportunity. And Johnny Kamikaze says, it's the least I can do, buddy. Now go and get ready for next week. Oh my god, if Johnny Kamikaze defends tonight, I am not watching Johnny Kamikaze versus Junction. I am boycotting the show. So, Hork, you better win. Oh, backstage now at Havoc. He's approaching Luke Loins, and he says, well, look what the cat dragged in. Yeah, the cat dragged in a little Luke Loins, a piece of crap. And Havoc says, Mr. Turn Up at the last second. You know, Havoc's got it exactly down to a T. That's what Luke Loins is. And Havoc says, CWO had that survival match won. But no, you had to stick your nose in. Havoc's angry. And he says, but it doesn't matter, because CWO won Battle Lines anyway. All you did was postpone the inevitable. In fact, you got Dr. Khan fired. If you would have just let that match lose, Dr. Khan would still be here. And Luke Loin says, the Crusade were at a disadvantage, Havoc. Just how the CWO like it. And you know what? As soon as it was fair, the Crusade won the survival match as soon as it was 3-on-3. And Luke Loin says, as for the main event at Battle Lines, Nightmare used a steel chair, and that changed the scope of the match. And Havoc says, you know what, Luke Loin, stop spewing your crap. I will see you in the ring tonight. Yes, that's a challenge. And Havoc leaves. I'm looking forward to that. You know why? Because Luke Loins is going to get put in his place by a wrestler that knows how to wrestle. That's Havoc. But forget that match, because I'm looking forward to that. But right now, we're going in to the Internet Championship match, which is Hork from the Birds of Prey challenging the current champion, Johnny Kamikaze. Now, Hork won that #1 contendership at Battle Lines in a #1 contendership match gauntlet. There's a group of guys in there. It was Tobias Upson, Inferno, Triple D, Steve Connor, Dave Crater, and Hork. And Hork won, and that's a big names. That's some big names to win a match against. So Hork is definitely pumped up. The fans are behind him, but at the same time, you know, the fans are they're always behind Johnny Kamikaze. So this match is definitely a face versus face battle. But I'm looking forward to seeing the result, because as far as I'm concerned, Hork's the better wrestler. Johnny Kamikaze's not a wrestler. He's a brawler, and somehow he's managed to get his hands on a championship, which he doesn't deserve. But you know what? Hork's gonna smash him, because Hork's a great wrestler, and Hork can strike you, he can submission you, he's high-flying, he's fast. Hork is a well-rounded wrestler, and Johnny Kamikaze is a man in the right place at the right time. He got a wrestling job in the XWA in 2007. I don't know why he got a job, because he's not a frickin' wrestler. And everything else about Johnny Kamikaze's career has just been pulled along by other people, given shots for no reason, been in the right place at the right time. You know, he's a parasite. He's a wrestling parasite who just feeds up everyone else, because nothing he does is for himself. He can't do anything himself, and he's going to prove that tonight, because one-on-one, there's no interference here. It's just a face-v-face match. Internet Championship goes on the line, and Hork's going to beat him. I'll put money on it. I will bet my bottom dollar on it. Anyway, the ref's ringing the bell. Hork and Kamikaze, bit of respect there, locking horns. Who's the stronger man? I'm going to say Hork every time. Kamikaze slips behind, goes for a clothesline. Hork ducks under, side headlock from Hork. Look at this ability, picking Kamikaze up with a strength and a backbreaker. A great move from Hork. You know, Hork's never been in a singles match with so much on the line in a kitchen sink. They're straight into a knee drop to the face of Johnny Kamikaze. Hork looking especially strong early on. You know, we haven't really seen Hork have singles matches like this before, not on this scale. And Kamikaze kicks Hork down and goes into a DDT, a great move. But Hork's got nothing to worry about, because Falcon earlier on in the show, you know, he said backstage to him, good luck, I want to see you win. And if you do win, I want a shot at that internet championship, you know. They're always going to be friends, but a bit of friendly rivalry doesn't hurt anyone, you know. I love the Birds of Prey, and for the fans that are worried that a singles title for Hork could break up the Birds of Prey or stop the Birds of Prey being in the XWF, being a team, honestly, guys, you got nothing to worry about. The Birds of Prey, they are best friends, they are best buddies, they're a team, and I'm willing to say they would never split up in the XWF. Johnny Kamikaze off the rope, and a bulldog onto Hork. Great move there from Kamikaze, considering he's not really a wrestler, he's just a puncher. But, Kamikaze using a side headlock, and look at this, a vicious knee to the face of Hork. Again, not a wrestling move, just a fist fighting move. Because Johnny Kamikaze seems to think you can be a wrestler if you don't know how to wrestle, but I definitely disagree. I'm a better wrestler than Johnny Kamikaze. Nice drop kick there from Hork. Great move, Hork. The fans are cheering both wrestlers here. It's a great atmosphere. Hork bouncing Kamikaze off the rope, and a massive knee to the face. Great move. You know, Hork is showing that if he wants to, he can wrestle with the big guys in the XWF. I'd like to see Hork take on someone like Damage. I think that would be a great match, you know. Or Hork versus Jacob Drake, or Hork versus Havoc, Hork versus Nightmare. You know, preferably not Johnny Kamikaze. Don't get me wrong, Johnny Kamikaze's beating some big names, yeah, I know. But it's luck. That's what it is. But I'd like to see Hork take on someone who doesn't have to rely on luck. Nightmare. Or Damage. You know, I think that would be a great match. But Johnny Kamikaze holding Hork's arm up here. Heart punch. Hits Hork right in the heart. A vicious move. Hork tries to retaliate, but Kamikaze using a combination of punches to slow him down. A massive spine buster from Johnny Kamikaze, hooking the legs. But Hork puts his arm out and reaches the bottom rope. Great ring awareness there from Hork. Johnny Kamikaze throwing Hork off the rope with an Irish whip. Oh, look at that, Johnny Kamikaze, all his strength, a back body drop on Hork. And now Kamikaze just raining elbows down onto both shoulders to really knock the air out of Hork. Johnny Kamikaze still on the attack, picking Hork up. Jumping up, grabbing him by the head, jumping DDT by Johnny Kamikaze, massive impact. Blows Hork away. Kamikaze for the cover, could this be over? That's one. That's two. And a kick out there from Hork, it's not quite enough. Johnny Kamikaze slipping under Hork. You know, Johnny Kamikaze is definitely in control of the match at the moment. I speak too soon. Hork using the side headlock. Using all his strength. Look at the strength. Powerhouse move there. A scoop slam on Johnny Kamikaze from Hork. Johnny Kamikaze went for a punch. Hork undone it and turned it into a neck breaker. You know, he slammed him on his knee first, then he did a neck breaker. It was a great move from Hork. Very inventive attack. Throwing Kamikaze into the corner. A clothesline there from Hork. Great move. Kamikaze's looking in a spot of trouble, I would say. Hork throws him into the other corner. Another heavy clothesline. The strong arms of Hork crushing down on you. And now Hork just using a punch combo of his own. Hits Kamikaze in the head. Stuns him. Hork off the rope. Look at that. A massive clothesline. Cleanly taking Kamikaze off his feet for the cover. That's one. That's two. That's three. I want to kick out just before the three there by Johnny Kamikaze. Desperation from Johnny Kamikaze. Another big move, and he's no longer internet champion. I'm calling it right now. Hork with an arm wrench goes for a grapple, but Johnny Kamikaze turns it into his own European uppercut. And now a combination of punches here from Johnny Kamikaze. A vicious fist to the face. Kamikaze headlock and knee to the ribs. Another side headlock from Kamikaze, grabbing Hork by the head and throwing him. You know, that's not a wrestling move. That is just disgusting. Johnny Kamikaze picking Hork up. Elbow, his signature elbow combo. Look at this. 3 elbows, rolling up the 4th, smashes Hork in between the eyes with it. The fans are going crazy. Johnny Kamikaze is taunting Hork up. Goes for a tiger bomb, but Hork slips under and turns into a backdrop, dropping Kamikaze on his shoulders with great force. Hork going for the cover. Could this be over? That's one. That's two. That's three, and a kick out just before the 3 again by Johnny Kamikaze. You're getting dangerously close to a 3 count, Kamikaze. Hork using an arm wrench. Bounces Kamikaze off the ropes. Oh, Kamikaze uses his knee to nullify the effort, kneeing Hawk in the face, and then follows up with a double knife-edge chop. Picks Hawk up to his feet again, and another double knife-edge chop. Vicious from Kamikaze, a move which will definitely take the air out of you. And a third double knife-edge chop, completely taking Hawk off his feet all 3 times. Kamikaze pulls his head down and a knee to the forehead of Hawk. Kamikaze going for the cover here. Could this be over? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. No, a kick out there just before the 3 by Hawk. It's not enough to keep him down, Kamikaze. Maybe you should use a wrestling move to keep him down. Hawk nullifies the effort. Slips underneath him. Massive backdrop. Another one. Great force. And I'm saying Kamikaze's looking pretty weak right now. I'm saying this could be over. Hawk throws Kamikaze across the ring into the corner. The fans know what's coming. They're cheering. Hawk pumping up his arm, his signature corner clothesline. He runs in. Kabang! Oh my God! Vicious tenacity. Johnny Kamikaze collapses into the mat, and Hawk is turning him up for a twist and descent, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it. Hawk locks it in. Twist and descent. I don't believe it. Kamikaze is out of this match. Hawk for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. No, a kick out by Johnny Kamikaze. Somehow, Johnny Kamikaze had the strength vested inside of him. What the hell? Johnny Kamikaze straight in with a clothesline comeback. And he goes for it again, but this time, you know, Johnny Kamikaze got 2 clotheslines out of desperation. But Hawk turned it into a neck breaker. And now look at this. A stand-in spin-around suplex gut-wrench style. Hawk goes for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. No, a kick out again by Johnny Kamikaze. He does not want to drop that Internet Championship. Hawk using a headlock takedown. You know, Kamikaze's in a bad way. All we got to do is see another twist and descent, and this is over. Johnny Kamikaze knee attack. Jumping over, float over DDT on Hawk. You know, I don't think Hawk can believe that Johnny Kamikaze kicked out a twist and descent. Johnny Kamikaze headlock on Hawk. Hawk using an armbar. Massive knife-edge chop. Drop kick to the door of Johnny Kamikaze. Hawk off the rope. He jumps up. Massive clothesline to the face of Johnny Kamikaze. Hawk goes for the cover. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. No, and a kick out again by Johnny Kamikaze somehow. Hawk picks Kamikaze up to his feet. You know, Hawk is staying on the attack. It's the best way to be. Had a nice textbook neck breaker there from Hawk. You know, Kamikaze's in a bad way. He's definitely going to lose that belt tonight. I can feel it. When Hawk again turns Kamikaze around, and another textbook neck breaker. Really working on the neck and head area of Kamikaze is the best way to be. Hawk goes for a grapple again, maybe another neck breaker, but Kamikaze turned into a slipped underneath and hit him in the kidneys. And now Johnny Kamikaze going for some punches. Snap bear and a kick to the back of Hawk. You know, quite a vicious move from Kamikaze, grabbing Hawk's leg, and a very unorthodox move, and a DDT on the leg. You know, where does he get this shit from? Seriously. Grabbing Hawk's leg again, and another DDT on the leg. You know, I think Johnny Kamikaze makes moves up as he goes along sometimes, not in a good way. Went for a grapple, but Hawk outsmarted him, slipped under, grabbed him by the waist. Johnny Kamikaze slips under himself and uses a headlock, lifts Hawk's arm up, and again, another hard punch. You know, Johnny Kamikaze's moveset is very limited. Oh, look at that! Johnny Kamikaze, a belly-to-belly! Not something you see every day. Not something you see every day at all. Johnny Kamikaze going for the cover after a belly-to-belly. That's 1, 2, 3. No, a kick out there on 2 3/4 there by Hawk. It's not enough. You know, Johnny Kamikaze, oh, and he follows up now. Straight in with his signature elbows. 3, and he's rolling up the 4th. The fans go crazy. Smash in! Smashes Hawk in the forehead with the 4th one, and Johnny Kamikaze is taunting Hawk up. Hawk turns straight around, but Hawk slips under another Tiger Bomb, you know. He saw it coming, and a Russian leg sweep there from Hawk. It's not enough, Johnny Kamikaze. You're not smart enough. You can't beat someone that can actually wrestle. Hawk kitchen sink. Vicious move. Oh, Hawk is turning up. Another twisting descent. This is as good as over. Oh, Johnny Kamikaze grabs Hawk, locks him in. Tiger Bomb slashes him down. The ref goes down for the count. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Oh my God, I don't believe it. Oh my God. What the hell? Johnny Kamikaze retains the Internet Championship in a match against Hawk. You know, the fans are cheering, but I say that is the worst result I have seen in a long time. But Johnny Kamikaze, he doesn't deserve to be the Internet Champion. And you know what, Johnny Kamikaze? I hope someone decent comes along and takes that belt off you soon. You know, fair play to Hork. You put on a good match, considering he's not a singles wrestler. But I think it's definitely the seeds have been sown. If Hork ever wants to do singles competition in the future, I think, you know, the fans would jump at the opportunity. But we're going backstage now with Yashi Auditore is with Luke Loins. And Yashi Auditore says, Luke Loins, how does it feel for you to be back in the XWF? And Luke Loins says, it feels great. I've been away for a while, and I was thinking about my future, and I was thinking about the XWF. Luke Loins says, after Nightmare screwed me at Rampage, I'm not gonna lie, I lost the desire a bit. Screwed him? Where does he get that from? And Luke Loins says, do you know how hard it is to work your way to the very top, to be 3 seconds away from the championship, only to have it taken away by the CWO? It damn hurt. And Luke Loins says, but I decided I'm in this for the fans, and that is why I turned up at Battle Lines. At the end of the day, even on the biggest stage, Nightmare had to cheat to beat Dr. Khan. There was a chair involved in that match, which was not a legal chair. And Luke Loins says, I have no doubt one day Dr. Khan will be back to the XWF, and I look forward to that day. Luke Loins, shut your mouth. And Luke Loins says, but for now, my sights are on the XWF World Championship. And anyone who stands in my way is going down, starting with Havoc next. Luke Loins, you know, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just come back to the XWF. You know, he's doing exactly what he did when the XWF first started up, going for titles that aren't in his range. And look what happened to him. Nightmare and Damage took him out. Luke Loins isn't in the show for ages. He comes back. He does what he wants to do. Gets out of the show again for ages because Nightmare, a deserving wrestler, wins the championship. Luke Loins leaves for ages. Has a little sulk in the corner. Now he's come back. Right. You know, somebody get a tally going. See how many shows before Luke Loins disappears again. For God's sake. Every time he comes back, the fans welcome him with open arms. They're all cheering him. We love Luke Loins. Look how many Risen Again signs there are. You know, my God, it just winds me up, man, because there's so many decent wrestlers in the XWF. There's a world champion out the back that gets booed every time he comes down to the ring. Oh no, Luke Loins, he can disappear as many times as he wants. And he comes back to open arms. Well, you know what, Luke Loins? You came into the XWF again at the wrong time. Katsunori's injured. Titus Valentine's injured. Dr. Khan's fired. You can't stand against the CWO. You got no legs to stand on. You got a frickin' Johnny Kamikaze. Oh wow, he's not even a wrestler. You've got Junction. You know, fuck Junction. And then you've got Luke Loins. That's your little convoy. That's your little stand up against them. Well, you know what? You're fucked. Because we've got Jacob Drake. We've got Havoc. We've got A-Bomb. We've got Nightmare and Damage. And we've got the owner. The owner of the company. You can't win. And now, you know, I just wish people would stop trying. I do. And especially Luke Loins. Because Luke Loins, he's not a bad wrestler. But he's ruined because he tries to be a vigilante. He tries to be a king among kings. It's pathetic. You're pathetic, Luke Loins. You know, you can make a good career out of yourself. Stop living up to the fans. Stop letting them eat seeds out your hands like a freaking bird. It's pathetic. It winds me up to no extent. And you know, it's a cycle which will always repeat. Look what happened to Dr. Khan. He's fired, he's gone. Anyone that stands up to CWO is slowly going to be funneled down into that and be fired and they'll be done. You can't stand up against the CWO. Stop trying. Just stop trying. Right. Let's get on with the match. Havoc beat him. You know, I'm going to give it 10 seconds for Havoc to beat Luke Loins. That's what I reckon is going to happen. Right, they're locking horns. Havoc's going to win the tie-up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Oh, Luke Loins wins the freaking tie-up. Give me a break. European uppercut from Luke Loins. Grabs Havoc again. Another European uppercut using the same move over and over and over again. Well done, Luke Loins. Well done. Bounces Havoc off the rope and a drop kick to the jaw. Vicious move from Luke Loins. You know, just ridiculous move. Luke Loins grabs Havoc and a drop down backbreaker there. Oh, God. Come on, Havoc. Fight your way back. Luke Loins kicks him. I swear that was a low blow. The ref should have definitely said something about that. Another neck breaker there. Drop down style from, or backbreaker even. Drop down style from Luke Loins, followed by a knee drop. God's sake, man. This is winding me up. Come on, Havoc. Get back in the match. Luke Loins runs a massive clothesline, taking the head off the shoulders of Havoc. Trust me, I know Havoc. He's letting Luke Loins get a little bit of a fence in just to make him feel good, and then Havoc's going to destroy him. Here we go. Side headlock from Havoc. Love it. Elbow to the forehead of Luke Loins with destructive force. Look at Havoc, the strength, picking up Luke Loins on a body slam. How does it feel, Luke Loins? How does it feel? Manhattan drop there from Havoc. Love it. Luke Loins decimated. Havoc drops an elbow onto the rib cage area. Luke Loins has had his 5 seconds. He's had his 5 seconds of fame, his 5 seconds of fury, his 5 seconds of attack, and now it's over because Havoc is going to decimate him. Puts Luke Loins up. Look at this. Oh, what the hell? He went for Samoa drop. Luke Loins with impaling DDT. Slamming him face first into the mat. I would definitely disqualify him, ref, for that. Just against the rules, that move, I say. Luke Loins picking Havoc up now. Just this match, it should never have happened because Luke Loins should be in the ring. Another European uppercut. Well done. Another double axe handle to the floor. Great move. Luke Loins goes for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. And a kick out there from Havoc. You know, Luke Loins just give up. You know, I would not care right now if Jacob Drake just came down, and I don't care if Havoc got disqualified because we get to see Luke Loins get his ass kicked. Luke Loins going for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. And a kick out there by Havoc. It's not enough, Luke Loins. It's not enough. Luke Loins using the side headlock on Havoc. Havoc turns it in. Nice forearm smash reversal there from Havoc. Taking control of the match. Side headlock. Luke Loins went for a punch. Havoc undone it. Turned into a fireman throw over. Love it. And Havoc is taking control. Look at this. Massive backdrop. Folding over on Luke Loins. That's what you get, Luke Loins. That's what you get. And look at this. Havoc putting him up for the Samoan drop. No reversal this time from Luke Loins. Samoan drop. Great move from Havoc. A move that Luke Loins wished that he could do that well. For the cover. That's over. That's 1, 2, 3. It's over. Ref. Oh my god. Why is the ref counting so freaking slow for? Havoc wins. Play his music. Play Havoc's music, please, because he's already won. Play his music. Plays for... Oh my god, what? I should be the ref. This is just ridiculous. But either way, Havoc's still in control, so we go back to the match. If Luke Loins wants benefit of the doubt, for God's sake, he's already been beaten. But, whatever, the locking horns. Come on, Havoc, you're a stronger man. Come on. There we go, Havoc. Dominating Luke Loins in the tie-up. Look at this. Picking Luke Loins up by his leg. Shin breaker. Beautiful move. Love it from Havoc. And now Havoc grabbing Luke Loins' leg. Kicking the inside leg. Beautiful image there. Somebody get me a picture of that. I want it as my desktop wallpaper on my PC. Love it. Oh, Havoc, a chop block. Really working on the legs of Luke Loins. Going for the cover. That's 1. And Luke Loins get his feet on the rope. Oh my god. For God's sake, he can't even kick out of a pin. He has to use a freaking rope break. Disgusting. Luke Loins throwing the arm of Havoc over. Look at the vertical suplex there from Luke Loins. Showing great strength. I'll give him that. Oh, Havoc. A clothesline on Luke Loins. And another one. Didn't see that coming, Luke Loins. Oh, Luke Loins jumps up and Luther's press. Just hammering the face of Havoc. Heavy punches. You know, relinquishing the attempt of Havoc's comeback. What the hell? He's locked it in. To hell and back in the center of the ring. I don't believe it. Luke Loins goes for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, that's it. Luke Loins beats Havoc. Oh my god. Oh my god. First of all, Johnny Kamikaze defeats Hork. And now, freaking Luke Loins defeats Havoc. Ridiculous, you know. It's shows like this that make me not want to watch XWF anymore. Seriously, I mean, the Hardcore Hate Crew versus Bronx Bunny. Great match. And you get Johnny Kamikaze versus Hork. And somehow Johnny Kamikaze cheeses a win. Then we get Luke Loins versus Havoc, when Havoc is clearly 10 times the rest of Luke Loins is, and Luke Loins cheeses a win. But either way, Big D now backstage preparing for a main event. His first ever XWF title shot tonight against Nightmare in a hardcore rules match. And if anyone interferes on Nightmare's behalf, the belt will swap hands. This is a creation of the new owner, you know, the second owner, the secret owner that we don't know who he is, because he's a pussy. You hear that, secret owner? You're a freaking pussy, because you won't show your face, and you have to make freaking matches. How about you let me make a match? Bear versus the second owner next week. I'm challenging you. Guarantee he won't accept it, because he's a freaking pussy, because he makes magic. Oh, Nightmare! During Big D's entrance with the freaking title belt. You know, Nightmare. He knows what he's got to do. No rules. The owner said no rules. He didn't say anything about Nightmare interfering in Big D's entrance. That's what you get, secret owner. That's what you get. Nightmare's always going to outsmart you. Love it. Nightmare now dragging Big D down the stage, throwing Big D, and Big D rolls into the ring. Nightmare taking advantage of getting Big D off guard, an elbow guillotine over the apron. Nightmare rolls him in, goes for the cover. This could be over. That's one. And a kick out on one by Big D. Not enough. Nightmare's definitely got to put more damage in, but Big D blocks Nightmare's attack. Oh, look at that strength. Picking Nightmare up in a massive vertical suplex and slamming him down on the mat with tenacious power. Big D's going to be putting all on the line tonight because the XWF World Championship is on the line, and Big D has never been this close to the championship before. Literally 3 seconds away or one tap out away, and he can be the champion, and he throws Nightmare, 8 feet in the air. Big D 7 foot at least, and he just threw Nightmare an extra feet in the air. Vicious move, throwing the arm over. Massive vertical suplex power from Big D, crushing Nightmare. Nightmare's in a bad place at the moment. Side headlock from Big D, picks Nightmare up. Backbreaker, vicious move. Big D goes for the cover. That's one. That's two. And a kick out on two by Nightmare. Not enough. He knows what he's got to do. Big D definitely in control of the match now. Nightmare got the early start, the early cheap attack on Big D. No rolls, so it doesn't matter. But Big D is now taking control of the match. Grabbing Nightmare, look at this. Drops him face first onto the turnbuckle. Vicious move. Big D going for the cover. That's one. That's two. And a kick out there from Nightmare. It's not enough. It is not enough. Big D picks Nightmare up. What's he got signed up for him? Look at this strong Irish whip, throwing him into the turnbuckle, winding Nightmare. He grabs now, oh my god, putting Nightmare in. Big D over the top. He's got it locked in. Big D over the top on Nightmare, throws him across the ring to the other side of it. Vicious, and Big D is now going outside the ring. What has he got in mind? He's searching under the ring for a weapon. There's no rolls in this match. Big D's got a freaking steel chair. He gets in the ring. Nightmare's up. Oh my god, and he hits Nightmare square in between the eyes with that steel chair. Drops the chair on Nightmare, and Big D goes for the cover. Could this be over? That's one. That's two. That's a kick out there by Nightmare, somehow. Inhumane strength. He is not about to lose the championship that easy. Big D twisting Nightmare's arm around. Look at this. Massive headbutt to the shoulder. Nightmare collapses to the floor. Big D totally in control of Nightmare. He grabs that chair. Nightmare stunned. And Big D hits him in the ribs. Locks in a DDT. DDT onto the chair. And Nightmare devastated on the floor. Big D goes for the cover. Could this be over? That's one. That's two. And a kick out on two by Nightmare somehow. Finding the strength vested inside him to kick out of this vicious assault from Big D. Now just using some underhand punches. Bounces Nightmare off the rope. And a big boot to the face of Nightmare. Absolutely horrific. Big D now grabbing Nightmare by his hair and just hammering punches into the side of the head. Nightmare's not got a lot of offense in this match. He started off well. But Big D is just laying the pain. And he's got a freaking chair. I don't believe this. Goes to hit Nightmare. Oh, Nightmare blocks the chair. Takes it out of Big D's hand. Cracks Big D square in between the eyes. And throws the chair onto Big D. Nightmare goes for the cover. Could this be it? That's one. That's two. And Big D kicks out on the two. What do you got to do to keep the big man down? Side headlock from Nightmare. Spine buster. Great strength there. Managing to pick Big D off the floor. Nightmare is finding the strength inside. Kicks Big D down. Takes a step to the side. Massive kick to the side of the head. Knocking Big D to the floor. Nightmare goes for the cover. Could this be over? That's one. That's two. And a kick out on two still by Big D. It's just not enough. Nightmare clotheslining Big D. Taking the big man down. Nightmare now. This is what he's good at. Taking control of the match. Spearing Big D to the floor. Big D started off well, but Nightmare knows his strengths and a massive punch to the forehead. Big D, he wore himself out. Nightmare kicked Big D down. Look at this. Sitting down DDT. And I do believe Big D is busted open. He's starting to bleed over the mat. That vicious move from Nightmare. A great DDT. So much pressure that it split Big D's head open. Nightmare bounces Big D off the ropes. Look at that scissor sweep maneuver. Great move. Big D's down on the mat, and Nightmare's going outside the ring. What's he gonna find? He's searching underneath, searching for a weapon to take the big man down. Oh, he's got a freaking trash can. I love it. Big D's in trouble. He's getting up to his feet. Nightmare's got to hold that trash can, and bang! Hits Big D in the head with the trash can. Love it. Nightmare throws it. What the hell? Big D's up? He just got up from the trash. Oh my god. He took a trash can to the head, and now chokeslam on Nightmare. I don't believe it. 3 seconds away from the World Championship for the cover. That's one. That's two. That's right, no, Nightmare kicks out. Inhumane strength from Nightmare, kicking out a Big D's finishing move somehow. And Big D now locking Nightmare in a fall-away slam, and he throws Nightmare across the ring. Great showcase from both guys. Big D took a trash can to the head and got straight back up again. And Nightmare took a frickin' choke slam and kicked out. And now Big D lifted Nightmare like a ragdoll and a rib breaker. Nightmare's definitely in a bad way here. No one can interfere to help him. Big D, combination of punches and uppercut there. Nightmare stunned. Big D punches him onto the ropes, holds him out. Massive frying pan chop there. Nightmare collapses to the floor. Big D on the attack. You can see the fire and the desire in his eyes. Nightmare off the rope, and Big D a massive jumping DDT, slamming Nightmare's head into the mat viciously. Big D holding him by his hair and just throwing fists into his face. Vicious move, picking Nightmare up to his feet. Big D, look at this. Military-style body slam, dropping Nightmare down with vicious power. And Big D, Nightmare's trying to get up, but Big D drops a knee on the back of his head. And Nightmare's trying to get up again, and Big D drops another knee on the back of his head. Nightmare's certainly in trouble here tonight. Arm lock from Big D. Look at this, double on the hook from Big D. Stretching Nightmare's arm in the back and just rolls him over with great force. Nightmare is laid out on the floor, and Big D is going outside the ring to see what of a toll of destruction he can bring inside. And he's got a table. Oh my God, Nightmare, you're in trouble, man. You gotta find a way out of this. Big D rolls the table into the ring. Trust me, that is solid wood. And Big D's got it in mind to set it up against the turnbuckle. Nightmare speared him! Nightmare out of nowhere just speared Big D through the table he just set up. This is over. That's one. That's two. That's three. On a kick out just before the three by Big D. Big D finding this inhumane strength, and I do not know where he's finding it from. Nightmare side headlock straight into a heavy fist. Nightmare again picking Big D up. And the punch combo here from Nightmare, spin around discus clothesline. Nightmare in control of the match. Picking Big D up to his feet again. More punch combo. Big D blocks it and a kick to the face. Don't know where Big D is finding the strength. He just went for a table and now he's in control of the match. Grabbing Nightmare by the hair, throwing fists into his face again. A massive fist. A Nightmare is starting to bleed now. Trickling down his face. Them heavy shots to the face. Split him open. Pendulum backbreaker from Big D. Signature move. Oh my God, he's torn Nightmare up for a choke slam. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, Nightmare! Crossface! He locked it in. Big D did not see that coming. Big D is crawling with the weight of Nightmare on his back. He's trying to reach for the rope. He's trying to reach. You can see he's really being choked out by Nightmare. Putting on full pressure. As much pressure as he can. Big D crawling, scratching his way, trying to reach the rope, but it's so far away, and Nightmare is applying all this pressure. Big D reaching out. He can't breathe. He's losing consciousness. Could this be over? Big D taps out. Big D tapped out to the crossface. How does that feel? Nightmare is still world champion. I love it. You know, great match from Big D. Don't get me wrong. He put it all on the line. But Nightmare is the world champion for a reason, and that's proof to you, secret owner. You know, you want to put Nightmare in a match and say no interference? He still won. For God's sake, secret owner winding me up, because the real owner is so good at what he does. Secret owner likes to make pathetic matches like this, but you know what? Thank you, secret owner, because that was a good match. I enjoyed watching it and commentating for it, and Nightmare's still champion, so fuck you. Anyway, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you